Hi, this is Gia, and you're listening to Stories About You and Me, where we explore the messy journey of self management towards pursuing your goals.
Today we have one of our favorite TikTok content creators for business, our mentor. Hello, Miss Nina from Colourette. How are you doing?
Hi, Gianna. I'm so happy to be here on your podcast.
Thank you so much, po, for making time and for squeezing me in your schedule. So first, we're gonna be diving deep into the questions of our audience. So we're gonna be starting with 3 questions, and I'm going to be picking the first one. Ano daw po yung naging consequences na pagsa-start sa business na hindi nyo po natapos yung college degree nyo by that time?
Ang naging consequence is mas mahal yung tuition fee na binabayad mo based on my experiences, no? Kasi kapag nakapag-college ka, kanyari, pag meron kang degree, no, you have the foundation eh. You know the principles, you know the discipline, alam mo kung ano yung mga business jargons na pinag-uusapan nila. Or simple yung mga, kunyari, mga 80-20 rule, yung mga ganon eh, or yung mga skills of economics, yung mga ganon, naiintindihan mo na siya based on your textbook education. So, because I did not have that, I had to learn it the hard way. So, through experience mo siya natututunan, which is actually, it's more expensive.
Yeah, I totally agree. Kaya mas maganda rin before starting a business kahit meron ka lang background. Now, how do you spark ideas daw po for your products?
We always be data-driven.
Mhm.
So, we have a very special connection kasi to our community, no? So whenever naghihingi kami ng inspiration, we're looking for like concepts, ganyan, consumers namin yung una naming tinatanong. Kasi sila naman gagamit ng products eh. If there's like any improvement that they want us to do with our existing line, or if there are future product lines that they want to see from Colourette. From there, we then do market research and then we study the different formulas for that specific product line. Pero ang lagi namin binabalikan dyan is yung data na binibigay sa amin ng community namin. So we always base it off of the data that we get from our community. Usually kapag naghahanap kami ng inspiration, tatanungin namin ng mga bees or ang locarettes. Ano ba yung gusto nyong gawin ng Colourette? Gusto nyo ba ng foundation, base makeup? Yan yung mga laging hinihingi sa akin eh. And then from there, gagawa kami ng mga market research na ano ba yung mga brands that were successful in launching and marketing these ideas. Tapos, further pinapolish pa namin yung mga formulas namin, ingredients namin, marketing concepts. Based pa rin syempre doon sa aming community.
Yes. I think Miss Nina, Colourette really does have one of the most powerful communities sa mga brands, especially here in the Philippines. It's a really strong community. And I'd like to ask, this one is also from our audience, is the Colourette at present the one you visualized when you started? Kasi just in the span of 5 years, sobrang nag-boom talaga siya.
Yeah, actually, Colourette was just supposed to be a sub-brand of a different skincare line that I had before, si Fairness and Flawless. As in, ang pangalan niya dati is Colourette by Fairness and Flawless. As in, ganun yung pangalan niya. Naisip ko na kung nakapagbenta ako ng sabon, nakapagbenta ako ng lotion, why not try na magbenta ng lipstick? As in, ganun lang yung idea. And back then, we had parang very Caucasian-looking models pa. Kasi yun yung thing noon, di ba? Yung very very premium, ganon. Until Colourette was able to find its identity. Colourette pala is makeup diverse and inclusive. It's a Philippine first makeup brand pala. Na doon ko rin na-realize na hindi siya just because kinakagat siya ng customers namin. Hindi. Na-realize ko kasi along the way, makikita mo na, kailangan pala na may representation tayo. Kailangan pala na, ako may kamukha ako doon. Parang ganon, na ako ka-skin tone ko yun, na yung products na ginagawa namin is for us, Filipinas. Kasi pinagsisiksikan natin yung sarili natin dati doon sa mga international brands na yung foundation, sobrang puti, or yung lipstick, sobrang pink, hindi bagay sa atin. Doon nakita ni Colourette na, that's the gap in the market that we can fill. And so we did.
Yun po, favorite ko rin po yung tagline ng Colourette na made by Filipina for every Filipina. And I really can see 35 shades ba naman yung color tin. So, for sure, meron talagang bagay sa morena or even to someone na mas light yung skin tone. And now we're going to be diving deep into your story naman po. What's your story before becoming a CEO? Was entrepreneurship something that was natural to you?
Yeah, I would say it was natural to me kasi back then when I was like 6 years old, I would sell to my classmates. As in, it's something that I personally enjoy. Hindi siya pinush ng parents ko sa akin. Whenever I see something like, ay, ang mura ng mga beads na to at ang mura naman ng nylon string na to, I would then think of creating bracelets na dadalhin ko sa elementary school ko at ibebenta ko sa classmates. So parang, whenever I see an earning opportunity, I grab it. Parang ganoon. Hanggang sa nag-college na ako. Nakapag-college naman ako, hindi lang ako natapos. Doon ko na parang doon mo ma-realize na may pera akong sarili na bili yung cellphone na gusto ko or hindi ko na kailangan manghingi ng allowance sa parents ko. Hanggang sa na-experience ko na maging isang online seller. Yon. Si Colourette naman started just online on Instagram lang.
Yeah, and I saw your background din po on TikTok na nagbebenta kayo dati ng mga lyrics. Binibenta nyo per page. As in, grabe yung entrepreneurial spirit nyo po talaga. It's reeking all over. And I'd like to ask din po, what were the biggest mistakes naman that you made as a first-time entrepreneur since you mentioned that you didn't have a mentor by then?
Madami, Gia. Sobrang daming mistakes. Siguro dati, yung mistake ko nun is, I was a very, very bad, aggressive boss. Yun, yung mga napapanood mo sa Devil Wears Prada. Doon akong boss dati. Ma-develop mo yun sa sarili mo na, mali pala yun. Hindi ko pala dapat gawin yun. Or, that's not how you show leadership and dominance. Parang ganon. But I've become, I've had empathy, mga ganon, yung pakikisama and how to deal with my people. Mas nag-improve naman yung people skills ko, ganon. But aside from that, I guess it's also over-expansion. Minsan kasi sa negosyo, masyadong na-excite dun sa mga bago mong developments. Yung pag may nag-offer sa'yo, go lang ng go kasi feeling mo, kaya mo, feeling mo, okay lang, feeling mo magtatagumpay ka doon without really having thought it through, no? Hindi ka nagtingin ng numbers, hindi ka nanghingi ng data, hindi mo tiningnan yung kapasidad mo, umuo ka lang ng umuo. Yun yung isa sa mga malalaking mistake na pwede mong gawin as someone who's just starting. Kasi ito pala yung consequences nun, di ba? Kapag nag-overexpand ka pala, baka maubos pala yung pondo mo or baka sobrang ma-overwork ka or baka hindi mo naman mabigay yung standards na pinangahawakan mo as a business kasi you're too thin. Mga ganon. Yun yung mga unang mistake as an entrepreneur.
I totally agree. As an entrepreneur, you need to know your limits din eh. Parang marami pong factors, hindi lang product development, maraming factors that go along it. So, how did you handle po yung fast growth naman and scale your business when Colourette suddenly boomed on TikTok last 2020? As in, grabe po yung growth eh. What were the important steps that you took?
Actually, I'm kind of learning it the hard way nga ngayon na 2022 kasi during our boom for 2020 and 2021, it was so fast. It was really rapid. It doesn't normally happen to a business, no? So there really is no guide on how to do it and you did not plan for it. There are no expectations. So parang ang ginawa namin, we just accepted it no? Tapos we just act on it day-to-day basis. But what I learned from that experience is it's very, very important to plan for your business. Kasi we didn't plan for it nga therefore, like the hirings that we made, baka we hired too much or hindi namin na-develop ng maayos yung mga employees namin kasi nga we did not have a framework for it. Yung structure namin and our organization dapat nasilip namin para naging operational agent kami, di ba? So, yun yung mga bagay na yun na ngayong 22, ina-apply na namin. Kasi we don't want to go back to that phase na we're so overwhelmed, we're so working on fast-paced environment na wala nang chance for you to take a step back and look at how things are going. It's just about grinding and grinding and grinding every day. So this 2022, and expect nyo for the months and years to come, we will be more prepared because we have been planning for this already, and it's going to be more exciting for Colourette. And one thing that I want people to understand also is that a business, it grows in different aspects. Hindi lang porket, kasi I've gotten a question like, date na sa Colourette, wala na siyang products, di ba? Well, that's something that I truly, truly acknowledge. I'm not making excuses for it. But sometimes when you read messages or comments like that, or pag may insights na gano'n na marinig ka, as an entrepreneur, you become so vulnerable to like blame yourself.
Yeah.
Or I failure ako, wala akong nalabas na product this year. O hindi na exciting si Colourette, so lahat ng pinaghirapan namin for the past 5 years, burado na. Parang gano'n, magigilty ka. Pero when you think about it, Gia, ang dami naming na-accomplish this year as an organization and internally na hindi lang nakikita ng mga tao sa labas. Such as, ayos na nga namin yung structure namin. So ngayon, yung operations ng bawat department namin, sobrang mas efficient than before. So, ibig sabihin, mas yung company, it spends less to produce more because it becomes efficient. We were able to close a couple of partnerships this year. Na parang when you look at it, they're very big partnerships, but just because people don't see it, so that question actually on TikTok that I answered, it lingered in my favorites for like weeks or months before I finally had the courage and the right state of mind to answer it, no? Pero yun ang dami na din nag-comment na parang, oo nga, no, I didn't realize that kasi ngayon akala ko failure ako. Pero I've grown naman pala in other facets of the and it really helped the start na yun. So it's not just about what they see and what the consumers tell you or what content creators say about your business, but it's about how you were able to grow the business with the resources that you had at the time and where you're heading na improve on the mistakes that you did before or hahay lang, diba? I guess at the end of the day, that's what's most important.
Agreed po. Kasi ang hirap po ng restructuring na nangyari sa Colourette kasi it's really like a huge, it's something I think I saw na it's something that you did not expect din po. Like something that you had to like jump on but you didn't expect it. Kasi sobrang Colourette topped in 2020. As in, it's a big deal. Tapos, kailangan nyo rin pong mag-expand ng warehouse by that time. As in, grabe yung growth in that area. And mahirap talaga na biglang po kayo nag-hiring after that, di ba? So, the restructuring was definitely something that was needed at the time. Now, let's dive deep into the marketing aspect naman po. Colourette is known for its messaging regarding inclusivity, self-love, and empowerment. How do you come up with a strong brand identity and strong messaging for Colorette's campaigns?
Alam mo, a lot of people find it really challenging, but I would say for Colourette, it's very easy because the people who work in Colourette has the same mindset. So we don't need to try so hard to get the message across. Parang ganon. Kami mismo whenever we like consolidate the campaigns, it comes naturally na, dapat may representation din. Dapat inclusive tayo. Hindi mo kailangan mag-extra effort para doon sa pinaglalaban ni Colourette. And that plays a huge factor, no? Yung working with the right people who represents the brand. Yun, hindi talaga siya. And it's not a challenge at all for us kasi we imbibe it Kung ano yung values na pinapakita namin sa labas, it's the same values that I have inside. I like it na people get what they see. Because I hate pretending, and I want you to like us as me. Parang gano'n. As well as I don't want it to be like, ang plastic naman ng brand na yon. It speaks about inclusivity, pero di naman pala sila inclusive. So like the hiring process. Pero may mga gano'n. And yun yung mga sabi ko sa leads ko na, I don't want to be like that. So if we're inclusive on the outside, we have to be also inclusive in the because it matters Kaya it's so easy kasi you're inclusive sa loob, kaya inclusive ka rin sa labas. Parang ganon. And it's not about putting more effort to it because it's natural.
Yeah. I also noticed that po, like even for the content creators that you work with and even yung mga images on your social media accounts, like it's really inclusive. Kaya mas madali nang makita yung inclusivity and for self-love na brand identity ng Colourette. So how do you stand out naman po in marketing your products, especially if some brands can potentially imitate your products?
Actually, kahit saan naman industry, imitation or yung taking inspiration from other brands or other products, it really is inevitable. Sabi nga nila, lahat yan inspired na lang of like everything and anything. But for me, what's most important kasi, Colourette was able to establish its branding early on. So when you see something from Colourette, you already know na it's like a bang for your buck, na it's already value for money. You already know that it's made for you. Diba? You already know na, oh, the shades will be inclusive because that's what Colourette is. And I guess that is one of our advantages na when Colourette releases something, sure ko na naisip nila ako nung ginagawa nila yan. Parang ganun. Because we do. And when we do our testings, when we do our considerations when it comes to like our final lineups, iniisip namin, oh, bagay ba yan sa morena? Or bagay ba yan kung mestiza siya, ganyan. Or pag nag-jeep ka ba, mabubura ba tong kilay ko? Or pag nabasa ba ako ng ulan kasi face-to-face na, medyo mahuhulas ba yung makeup ko? Or kung nagde-develop ka ng base makeup, is this something that I can wear the entire day sa init ng Pilipinas? Mga ganon. Those are the things that we consider sa Colourette. Kaya whenever we launch products, sometimes they're just so simple. Such as the Brow Bestie, di ba? Sobrang simple, pang kilay lang. It's just like that. Wala siyang magic or anything. But when we were developing that, we said na we wanted something easy. Yung kasi ang dami pa rin natin mga Filipina na hindi marunong magkilay or sometimes you want quick brows. Ayaw mo na yung mag-pen ka, diba? Yung masyado ka maraming gagawin. So yun yung target market ni Brow Bestie para sa mga nagmamadali or mga mag-jeep na pag napawisan, pag gumanon ka, di siya mabubura. So we always have you guys in mind, and I think it manifests kasi immediately there is that credibility and then there is that trust na Colourette makes for me. So I want to try it, parang ganon.
Yes, I think when you develop products, you really need to have your ideal customers in mind so that you come up with the best products. Now, ito naman po, you have a strong stance about politics, especially as a content creator. Was it something that negatively or positively impacted you and your brands?
If anything, I would say my political stance has strengthened my character in terms of like my public persona. Nalaman nila na, si Nina may paninindigan pala yan, ganon. Ito pala yung mga advocacy niya as a human being, parang ganon. Of course, a lot of brands are very safe, no? But I believe kasi in Colourette, one of our values kasi is starting hard conversations to create an impact. Parang ganon. So, pag-uusapan natin yung mga bagay na hindi lahat ng tao komportableng usapan yon, so that we can use the platform for good. Because while Colourette at the end of the day is a makeup brand, it's not just a makeup brand. We have a community, we have a platform. And ako, as the founder, I'm a big believer in deserving your platform. I don't want to be just another person who has a platform and decides not to use it because they're scared or anything. Ganon. So that's it for Colourette. And may stance kami eh. Di ba? Parang, at the end of the day, everything is political. But also, you would want to choose your battles moving forward. No? So yun. I mean, you can still expect to see Colourette in the spotlight of raising awareness and starting conversations. But we will also be choosing our battles. Even ako as a founder, kasi hindi din worth it na i-engage mo lahat. Diba?
Yeah, nakakapagod po.
Nakakaubos din siya eh. And I felt that during like the election. Pero ako sa sarili ko na masasabi kong I exhausted everything. I gave it all I got. Therefore, I don't regret anything.
Yes. And to be honest, Miss Nina, ang hirap mag-deal with troll accounts because they harass you. It's not like i-chat ka lang na, no? They will go even in your live kaya hindi pa ako masyado makapag-live kasi they will harass you. So it's harder. So ngayon naman po, let's dive deep into women empowerment because I know that this is one of your advocacies as a content creator and as a business owner. You commonly receive body shaming comments. How do you not get affected by it or at least reframe your mindset about your body image?
At the very start kasi, when I look at myself, of course, I don't like what I see every day. But at the very least, I accept it. I accept that my body is changing, will change further, alam mo yon. And I'm not supposed to look like a 16 or an 18-year-old forever. Parang ganon. And nagluwal na ako ng 2 bata dito sa mundong to. Ang dami ko ng stress na pinagdaanan. Alam mo yon, if I wanna eat the damn cake, I'm gonna eat the damn cake.
Yeah.
I deserve that. Alam mo yon. And these people who has a lot of things to say about your body, sila pa nga yung dapat mas naiintindihan kanila eh. Because when you look at the profiles, I mean, most of them, pare-parehas kaming plus size. Alam mo yon. So parang sis, dapat nagkakaintindihan tayo. That's why projection skill, so call it out na, oh, baka you feel bad about yourself. So you want to feel bad about myself also. Yes, I want to improve my body. Yes, I want healthier, but at the same time, I want it to be in a sustainable manner.
Yeah.
I don't want it to be like sobrang buwis na, I mean, hindi lang ako nagpapa-healthy every day. I'm a mom, I'm a wife, I'm a CEO. Parang hindi lang pagpasok sa slack. And at the end of the day, no matter naman kung gaano kaganda yung physical appearance mo, if your personality is shit ka pa din. kaya parang it's just secondary. And if you're happy within, if you accept who you are, and if you have a loving support system, hindi na masyadong maiisip na, ay, hindi ako enough, ay, hindi ako valid. Because yun mismo, it will make you feel enough, na valued ka, appreciated ka. Hindi mo kailangan pumayat para mas mahalin kita. Parang ganun. You won't feel that. And you shouldn't feel that way because we all have our own struggles. Hindi ko alam anong pinagdadaanan mo, Gia. Hindi mo alam kung anong pinagdadaanan ko, diba? So, let's just stop making comments about other people's bodies because we don't know what they're going through. Maybe they're tired and they want to eat that hot dog and ketchup. For all you care, it's their body, diba?
Yeah, I totally agree po. Kasi parang, when one, projection talaga. And two, parang if it makes the other person happy, you shouldn't be saying anything about it. Kasi it's none of your business talaga. Like, di naman ikaw bumili ng hotdog, ng cake na gusto niyang bilhin. So,
at saka, most of the time, they'll say na, oh, I'm just concerned sa health mo, ganyan. Bitch, you don't even know me. Doktor, bakit kapag umaakit ako sa hagdan, ikaw ingal, di ba ako naman? So parang, hindi namin kailangan comments kasi whatever you're seeing, we've already seen it. Nakikita namin sarili namin every day. If sabihin mong, ayoko kasing hinihingal ka, nararamdaman namin yun currently. So if that's something that we want to pursue and something that we want to improve, then that's on us. You're not supposed to comment on it. Yun yung hindi mag-gets ng nakararami. Na hindi mo alam bakit hirap i-grasp ng concept na yun.
No, like your body frame doesn't have to do anything with your health then. Kasi may mga tao, what about those na underweight? Pero they don't get body shaming comments or they don't get na you should work out. Pero kailangan din nila ng weight gain for cardio. So it's really just fat phobia. And you recently started po because of those body shaming comments sa everybody. I know the story behind it. So for people who don't know, parang it started with a body shaming comment. And then sabi ni Miss Lina, okay, sige, challenge accepted. Gagawa ako ng brand dahil dyan. What advice can you give to women who are not confident to wear clothes that they really want to wear because of what other people will say?
Alam nyo, isa lang masasabi ko, kapag hindi nyo sinuot yung mga damit na gusto nyong isuot na yon, mamamatay kayo na hindi nyo nasusuot yung mga damit, di ba? Na parang, let's just be straightforward. Kasi lagi sinasabi na, sasabihin kasi nila ang laki ng braso ko or sasabihin kasi ang itim ng kilikili, ang itim ng kilikili ko pag pupunta sa mall, ganyan ayaw. Alam mo sis, hindi ka kilala ng mga taong yun, wala silang paki sa'yo. Di ba? I mean, ikaw ba, pupunta ka sa mall, tapos maghahanap ka, ay, ang laki naman ng braso nung kumakain sa Jollibee. You're not gonna make that comment as a decent human being, right? You're
Yeah.
just not gonna give a fuck. Wala ka nang pakialam, di ba?
Yeah.
That's something na dapat ma-realize natin. Kasi ako, ay, mukha akong suman today. But fuck it, di nila ako kilala. Lalo na ngayon, alam nyo, kung gusto nyo i-explore yan, yung mas maging liberated kayo or mas maging sexy sa pananaw, the best time to do it is ngayong pandemic kasi naka-mask kayo eh.
Yeah.
O di mas lalong kayo nakilala, di ba? Di ba? It's a starting point, di ba? If you wanna wear a crop top, mag-crop top ka, naka-mask ka naman eh. O ika naman nila kilala kung mag-SM Mall of Asia ka or whatever, di ba? I feel like, oh, it's actually liberating. I actually feel comfortable in it. And then eventually, you will become more and more comfortable dun sa mga damit na gusto mong isuot. Maisip mo, okay lang pala. Wala lang pake.
Yeah. Just start with whatever you can. Like if you can start with a crop top, at saka hindi ka naman nila makikita ulit. Hindi na naman
Yun
nila
nga.
pinapakain.
Hindi ka nila makikita ulit. Wala namang magsasabi na, sa susunod pag nakita. Diba? Like, they don't care. Grocery ka, magkakain ka, or whatever. Diba? Just wear the damn thing.
Yeah. Ito na po yung last and parting question natin, Miss Nina. As a CEO, what advice can you give to the next generation of female leaders?
Oh, I love that question. Actually, kasi ngayon pa lang, di ba, I have a daughter. What's my advice to like the new generation of leaders? I would say, as a woman kasi ngayon, we're so oppressed. Alam mo yan? But compared to like the other eras, this is like the most ito na yung pinaka-modern, parang, di ba, compared to like the 90s na wala pa tayong karapatan. Ngayon may karapatan na tayo. Oppressed pa din tayo, pero I would say na we've come a long way. So, stop doubting yourself and paglaban mo yung kung ano yung sa tingin mong tama, kung ano yung sa tingin mong karapatan mo, because walang ibang maglalaban yan para sa'yo, kundi ikaw lang eh. Kaya you have to find your voice. And you have to take up space. Ang daming tao nahihiya, I don't wanna take up space. No, fucking take up space. Diba? Nahihiya. Kasi this is our era eh. And if we don't keep on fighting as women, then hindi natin makakamit yung tunay na equality na nating makamit. So it really has to be a collective effort from each and every one of us. Kaya nga whenever na may tao nagsasabi na parang pumapayag siya or tinotolerate niya yung pagiging whatever, parang pagiging okay lang yan, it's not helping the cause eh, 'di ba? So let's each help the cause and like take up our space. It's our space, we deserve it.
Yeah, and there's actually one line that I really like. Parang when you stand up for yourself as a woman, you stand up for other women as well. And that really stuck with me ever since. Kasi when you know how to fight for your rights, then you also fight for other women's rights. So thank you so much, Miss Nina, for guesting. Is there anything that you'd like to promote po?
Wala naman, but I want to build on na lang what you said na tama ka eh. Kasi now that I'm very vocal on like my social media accounts, on a daily basis, I see comments na, Miss Nina, nagsimula ako ng negosyo dahil sa'yo. Or Miss Nina, nagso-shorts na ako dahil sa'yo. Or, di ba, hindi na ako nagpapa-ape dahil sa'yo kasi pwede palang lumabang. Parang mga ganon. And that's exactly why I do what I do. So lahat ng trolling, lahat ng bashing worth it whenever nakakakita ako ng comments na ganon. Kasi nai-inspire ko pala kayong lumaban, nai-inspire ko pala kayong tumayo, tumindig, alam mo yon, and to eventually accept and love not only our bodies but our entire selves. So that's something na I live for and I'm happy. So worth it naman yung bashing, yung mental health, mental strain. Lahat yun whenever it's like that. Thank you so much, Gia, for having me on your podcast. You guys can follow me on TikTok, on Facebook, or on Instagram. Yun.
Thank you po. That's all there is to say about this week's episode. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to get updates about our guest for next week's stories and insights. Or you can also join our Facebook group, Stories About You and Me, a podcast by Too Chic. You can find the link in this episode's caption. I'll talk to you again next week. Bye!